the place.
Yeah. All right. Seems like we're all ready. Let's go. Game 1. Week 1. Season 2 of the Greenhouse League. It'll be interesting to see what the bans are. Butterfly, not a bad ban, especially if you don't know who anybody on the other team is. Butterfly's a great hero that can take over a game if you don't have a lot of team coordination.
Yeah, the pub stomp master.
Yeah.
Let's see who we get banned. Let's see who we get banned on the red side here. Well, there we go. That's pretty normal. That's something you usually don't want to see on the battlefield whatsoever.
Airday picking up his Tulin. He's going to be scary on his Tulin.
Yeah.
Tulin just offers a lot of things that a lot of other mages don't offer. It's just that with his passive, the standard, just the constant wave clear, it makes
And
it
a lot
really
of people
hard
aren't
to deal
used
with.
to it yet, you know? Like, they don't know how to, like, combat him yet because they don't have enough experience against it. But we do see the Zill and the Valheim locking in for red. Two pretty good picks. Valheim's a little questionable, but, you know, we'll roll with it.
Yeah, Valheim is one of the best 1v1 heroes in the game, but if you put him into a team fight scenario, you have to be a little more careful with how you play him. Thane's pretty standard support. Uh-oh. One of my least favorite heroes. The Grok.
Yeah, he's super weird. He's so... If he doesn't get the pulls, he feels like almost the most, like, useless character sometimes.
But on top of that, if you don't get the pulls on the right heroes even.
Yeah, true. If you pull in the tank, then all of a sudden the whole team engages behind it, and you're like, oh, crap.
Who will dual pick for the final pick?
We've got Arthur rounding it up on the other side. I mean, both team comps are pretty decent. We've got some pretty heavy front lines on both sides.
The consistent damage, though, I think really wins on the blue team. The red team really needs to get 1 or 2 picks and then before they can team fight, whereas the blue team can kind of engage whenever they want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Map control is going to be a big key here early. The two really snowbally lineups with the Slims and the Zill. Whoever gets out ahead first is probably going to stay ahead.
And that's what I was about to say. If the Zill gets ahead, it's going to be frightening. But if they can shut him down early, then it shouldn't be too big of a problem for them.
Yeah, because after the Slims and the Tulin, they don't have any damage to speak of. Sure, Lubu and damage can provide Terra late, or Terra and Lubu can provide damage late, but they need a few items to do that. So we're going to have JBZ playing the Lubu, Cobra's on the Thane, Airday's going to be playing Tulin, Frankie Hot Dog's on the Terra, Spaced on the Slims, Toro's going to be playing the Zill, Mephisto on the Velheim, Lich King Chugnar, Dual Spirals on the Arthur, and Zoro on the Grak.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens for the first match. As long as everyone loads in there, it looks like Mephisto here is stuck at 30%.
He's when you when you load in behind Airday, you know things are going bad. The android life. No,
Well, at least Mephisto's moving. I was waiting for him to be just sitting in base because it loaded before he actually loaded, like it usually does.
will we see an invade? That's the real question.
Hey, before this gets in deep, which side do you want to be on this time?
I'll go ahead and do play-by-play for the first two, and then you can do the second two.
All right, sounds good. I was like, we should probably figure that
At
out
least
before.
mention it.
Yeah.
As Mephisto drops real low here in mid, Airday's going to endure through all three of them, though. He is surrounded by 4. JBZ's going to make an appearance. Able to scare them all off. No deaths there. Velheim has to go all the way back to base.
That was really good of Airday, just because he was caught out there with the 3 of them, and that would have been easy pickings, but he used a really nice little teleport there to get away.
And Slims was able to take his red there. Fairly uncontested. Most likely we won't see any real action here until the jungles look cleared. With the Sentinel coming up in about 20 seconds, will be the first probably real major team fight we'll see.
Yeah, let's see how this actually works out. It looks like both teams are still trying to figure out what the other team is going to be like before they, fully jump in.
Yeah, neither team looking to make any really aggressive plays here yet.
But you are right, they are starting to rotate around the Spirit Sentinel, so we might see something go down here.
Oh, big arrow out onto the Lich King out in front. He's able to get out of it, though, and they jump straight on the Zill in the back line. Airday's dropping low. He does fall. Space is able to pick up the return kill on the Chugnar, though. Might just be a 1-for-1 if Slims is able to get out. Ooh. Oh, not quite. Arthur's able to pick him up, but he might pay for that. One more spin, not needed.
Yeah, it might have been good to just let the Slims go in that situation.
Another hook, but he still saved the dash. Nice push away by Cobra there.
Yeah, that was a really good defensive play by Cobra, keeping alive, definitely. He barely got out himself, but it was all worth it for the end.
Still dropping real low against the Sentinel. Wanting to take it, though. Not a bad move since the Chugnar came to help. Able to clean it up there. Ooh, but pays as Airday comes into play. Endor saves him for now, but Frankie might pay with his life too. Cobra's in the area, unable to save him.
Damn, there's a lot of fighting going on right now. At least the gold lead, though, is still very close because they've kind of been getting in those, 1-for-1 picks with each other. The dragon is up, though. I'm surprised no one's kind of went to rotate for that yet, just because that is where you kind of see the landslide start to happen, is who can always grab that dragon.
Oh, GBZ gets hooked back from under the tower. The Grak actually coming into play there. Didn't have enough leaps. This might give them the window they needed to take that dragon. They do have 3 on the bottom side here. Ooh, but the Thane almost bringing down Chugnar. He's able to get back, and now they lost control over the dragon again.
That's what you want to see, though. You want to see this Grak actually make his plays, because that's the one thing you usually see with the Grak player. If they miss their hook, they just kind of stand there like, oh no, what do I do now?
Yeah. They tried to go on this Thane. Thane tried to bait him in a little bit, knowing that he had help. Airday and the Zill coming in to help. Able to take down the Grak first. Chugnar wants to play, though. Oh, JBZ's going to jump in the fun as Chugnar tried to take him down the back line. Airday stays alive. Toro's the only one left. Oh, King's Glory almost takes him out, but Toro's able to get away with, I don't know how, little HP there.
Oh, that was like the negative HP. When you're like, how are they still alive? But that does give them the Abyssal Dragon, so that was a really beautiful play. It looks like they might still try and contest it, though, from the top side.
Ooh. Wow. Not only
Toro,
one,
man.
hanging around, being quite ballsy on this Zill. Will it pay off?
Hey, he's like, I use my restore. I've got like 200 HP right now. I'm good.
Let's get this dragon. It's still very even in gold. On the bottom lane, though, the Thane and the Lubu were able to skirt out. Lubu
Yeah, this is a
pick-
very close game.
Yeah, nobody willing to be too aggressive. At least as a team. They all seem to be willing to be aggressive individually, though.
They did pick up the Spirit Sentinel on the top lane, though, to kind of give them a little bit extra, because the blue side is falling behind just slightly, even though they did pick up that dragon.
Which means that they probably missed a wave somewhere, or maybe even two at this point. When you look at gold differences like that, it's really the waves that make the difference.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the one thing that the red side is doing really good on their wave clear right now, and they've got a lot more damage also in the frontline towers at this point.
Oh, they were able to pick up two there. Airday goes down in the trade. Arthur's going to join. Slims is in the back line. And they're going to get the tower and a 1-for-2 trade there. Oh, Airday didn't even die.
Yeah, he just got away with nothing again. Everyone keeps just sneaking away with just a little bit of HP.
So that was a great trade for the blue team. 2 kills and the mid lane tower. Toro looks like he's trying to bait out the Slims, but Slims now has a 2-level advantage. What do you think the play is for the red team here? What do they have to do to stop this bleeding from happening right now?
I think they need to pick up a dragon.
Would not get caught out. Zill goes down, and finally in the end, Grak looks to get a hook under tower. He snags the Thane, though. Oh, he's able to take down the Thane, and Lubu wants more. He goes down in the end as well.
And that's what I was just about to say. They're being slightly aggressive with themselves, like, you know, just as a solo person, not waiting for everyone to rotate in, and it's kind of costing them a lot. And that's where we've seen a couple of these fights go down as well. And I think if they just group up a little bit better, it'll work out for them.
That whole time, Airday was pushing down the mid lane. Might get a tower out of it, but he might die too. Oh, but they're able to take down all 3. Wow.
The cleanup.
And that's that passive that we were talking about before the game. If the Tulin has it rolling, then, I mean, he's really hard to man up against.
Yeah, that damage there was a little insane. And that just landslided their gold lead, though, because they were able to pick up all those kills because of the Tulin coming in from the back lines, and then that gave them the free Abyssal Dragon as well.
Yeah, no rotations from the top side. They just picked up the Sentinel instead. This Terror is still able to hold this top lane tower.
Yeah, Frankie's been doing an amazing job of keeping this at bay, and he's had 2 people up here a lot of the times as well.
Oh, I thought we gave him the Caster's Curse there as he almost died. The tower does go down, but Frankie's going to pop his ultimate and try to go back in on the duel. Searching Arrow misses. Oh, King's Glory takes him out. Toro could go down here as well.
Yeah, that was a nice bait by Frankie, you know, showing that I only got a little bit HP. Come on, come for me. I know you want to.
And they immediately start the Darkslayer. Will anybody check it? Lich King's in the area, catches an arrow. Darkslayer's dropping low. Oh, tries to charge through. Space picks up the Darkslayer kill in the end. And the red team's going to try and contest, though. Legend goes down. The Zoro could be next. And yeah, they just didn't have the numbers to contest there.
It would have been really good if they were able to snipe it. It was a really good try because that could have turned the tide. They're definitely, even with them outnumbered, the rest of blue team was really low on health at that time.
It was close. That definitely would have turned this game completely around, though. Still with the Darkslayer, they're only about 5,000 gold behind. If they can clear these minions, they should be able to. But Slims is just eating through towers at this point. Couldn't even finish that statement. But Slims gets hooked under the tower, and he's going to die first. Oh, a nice hook by the Grackers. They're going to finish up the Terror here. Might have overstayed their welcome just a little bit. Lubu's going to try and do some return damage. Oh, the Chugnar's dropping low. Airday's pumping out the damage. Able to take down the Valheim. Oh, Zill wants to clean him up, but he just doesn't have it. The Darkslayer buff proves too much.
Wow. Tulin coming in and just murking everyone. And we've seen this a couple times. You know, the fight's looking grim for blue side, and Tulin just comes in and beats everyone.
If he gets the resets, man, it's he can just pew-pew from wherever he wants to.
Well, damn, that's game 1.
That ended really quickly for how close it was.
Yeah, it started off really good, and then it kind of went downhill after they kind of lost a couple objectives, and they were kind of going in by themselves. I think if they would have not been as pushy as like a solo player, they wouldn't have given away as many kills, and then that was kind of where the landslide started, because then the red side was able to pick up the easy objectives because blue couldn't contest at that point because they were always down a person or two.
Leaving yourself short manned or even low health right before a major objective always just gives the other team an advantage.
Definitely, just play safe, farm up, and wait for the right opportunities, because you can give away so much